16, Adam King. Number 18, Connor Salmon. Number 12, Stefan Strudel. Number 20, Cameron O'Donnell. Number 24, Luke Rankin. Number 27, Luke Strachan. The match officials of the day, the referee is Barry Cook. He is ably assisted by Colin Runnan and Colin McAlpin.
Good afternoon and welcome to this Cinch League 1 match as Alloa Athletic take on Airdrie. It's a massive one and I am Kieran Mooney and as ever I'm joined by Lewis Russell. Lewis, how are we getting on today?
Yeah, looking forward to today's game. It's crunch time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a massive game. Like we just touched upon, it's third against fourth. There's only 2 points separating the teams. Some people have dubbed this as winners pretty much secure their playoff spot. I think FC Edinburgh would have something to say about that, but it still doesn't take away the fact that it's the two form teams in the division going into battle in a massive game for the playoffs.
Yeah, speak about form, I mean, 18 goals in the last 3 games is no bad form, but it's still only 9 points, which is a tally that Brian Rice picked last week in his post-match interview. We have matched, despite not the same style to it anyway.
Yeah, the goal difference is quite different. It's 15 goals of a separation between the sides, but it's actually Alloa, and I feel like that's been forgotten about in the build-up quite a lot, that Alloa are the team that's sitting third on 51 points with Airdrie on 49 points. So with Alloa's home record as well, Brian Rice will take a lot of confidence going into this game despite the goal scoring exploits of the visitors.
Yeah, and that's something you can say. I think especially with Doyle coming into the team, it's again an unchanged side. We look at it and say much more defensively solid since he's came into the team. That's going to continue today.
Yeah, like you said, it's an unchanged starting 11 for Alloa. There was a lot of debate throughout the week, which we'll touch upon, whether it would maybe move back to a back five. But Brian Rice is stuck with the team that have got 3 wins on the bounce. Daniel Church doesn't quite make the bench, but you've got some strong options on that bench like Stephen Skugel, Connor Salmon, to name a few. So I suppose it's kind of as you would expect. The team have not really faltered in the last couple of weeks, and they've been rewarded for it.
The only thing that you could have said is that we need a left-sided player in that team. I am quite surprised that we didn't name at least one of either Strachan or Church, but obviously Church has had some injury problems, so he's one that's going to be out a wee bit more. But Strachan, maybe he's not close enough to fitness, but I think on that left side that's going to be the important bit, because Taggart, Coulson, they both want to cut in, and we'll see if that really blunts us. But I mean, on the other side, Doyle had one of his best attacking games here at the Rex 2 weeks ago, so hopefully have enough potency.
Yep, here is the teams led out by Callum Fordyce and Mark Durnan. Like we say, an unchanged starting 11 for Alloa. Onto the pitch is Alloa's number 8 on Alloa, and his 251st Alloa appearance, John Robertson. So it's a nice note he got that up in the victory in Peterhead last week. In terms of Airdrie, their manager Rhys McCabe still stays on the bench, but I think we counted 41 goals between the front 3. So it's a very potent attack, and something that the likes of Durnan and Stanger will need to be very, very wary of. All eyes in the division will be locked on this affair. It is a big one. There is plenty at stake for both clubs. It's gone to form of the home side in the 4 meetings this season. I'm sure Brian Rice will be looking for that theme to continue this afternoon. As Airdrie gets kicked off and goes straight down that left-hand side, which Taggart will deal with. Watson. I think one of the main things that we highlighted on the podcast this week was in 2 of the 3 Airdrie wins in the last couple of weeks, they've scored in the second minute of both of those. In the last game against Alloa, Callum Fordyce scored in the second minute. Just highlights more than ever the importance of getting a good start in this game.
Yeah, I think it's interesting this season that I think most teams don't travel particularly well. I think Dunfermline are the only team who have a positive away advantage over their home form, but we are the best in the league. Points per game, I think we take more than anybody else. I'd like to see us keep hold of that. That's a good start to go into the playoffs if we could be the best home team. And certainly we're going to need it. We're looking at the teams we could meet possibly, and it looks like it's going to be either an Arbroath team.
Well, Taggart's been caught out and McGill's through. He's gone to catch Hogarth off his line, but he's not quite wrapped his foot around it enough. An early warning shot and a sign of encouragement for McCabe there on the touchline.
Yeah, that's maybe the opposite of what we were saying about Alloa being defensively solid. A long ball forward, suspect in that left back area, which is a rare one for Taggart, and he's the man on fire just now. Couldn't quite convert, and that would have been a goal within 2 minutes. We've got about 10 seconds to last. But no, whatever team we meet from the Championship, if it's going to be us that is meeting the Championship side, it's going to be difficult. So I'm not sure if you want to play the team that you've played in League One 5 or 6 times already.
Yeah, I think a couple of weeks ago when Arbroath and Hamilton were languishing at the bottom, you would have probably said that you might be better off finishing 4th, but I watched the Arbroath game yesterday and it seems that everyone, bar Falkirk, who maybe have given themselves too much of a gap to be caught, are hitting form at the right point of the season, and that includes your Arbroaths and your Hamiltons. So it's looking like whoever's going to be in the playoffs, it'll be a pretty tasty affair.
one thing that I'll say, we've picked up form. I think the two boys in the middle, Robertson and Miller, that's been an excellent partnership. That's really been the anchor of these successful results for Alloa. Again, I think Donnelly as well, the return of him, you can just see how much an impact he has. It's not just in his goals, is he on 8 goals, 9 goals? Oh, could have went anywhere there as it's thumped off 4 days.
Yeah, there wasn't even that much pressure from the man you were talking about, Donnelly, and he's just smacked it off of enough.
I've just had another flashback as well. It's obviously a different goalkeeper with Josh Ray, but both times Airdrie have came here, their goalkeeper has been all over the shop. I think that's something that Airdrie fans said, that Josh Ray was much better at the back and his distribution was brilliant, but he's going to be under pressure today, especially under no pressure if he's doing that.
Yeah, we spoke about it quite a lot of times with young managers in particular, and the way that they want to approach the game regardless of the tools at their disposal. I think at the time we compared Rhys McCabe to Simon Ferry. I think that's probably slightly insulting at the moment, but it's a similar sort of a young goalkeeper to play it out
He's
in
maybe
the back.
got a bit more quality work with
but it's something that Alloa didn't quite capitalise on last time, but it kind of changed the momentum of the game, didn't it? It allowed Alloa to look the more dangerous of the teams, but to no avail at that point. Both sides just kind of finding their feet in the opening 5 minutes. Airdrie with that half a chance. Colley will chase that one down, but his forward Doyle intercepts. To McKeever, it's not going to find it though. I think going back to your point about the midfield, it says something about the rise of Murray Miller and the rekindling of form of John Robertson, and also the return of Colley and Donnelly, like you say, even throw Coulson into the mix, that someone of Stefan Skugel's quality doesn't find his way into the starting 11 for what is on paper the biggest game of the season so far.
The bonus of that as well though is we do actually have options on the bench. We were looking at it a few weeks ago when it was really just kids that we had to bring on, saying how we're going to change this game. I'm not sure if the Airdrie bench has got that same kind of impact. It's certainly been running with a smaller squad.
Yeah, it was an interesting, we mentioned on the podcast that Airdrie potentially have the better starting 11, but Alloa have the better squad. And I've seen that picked up once or twice on the Pie and Bovril as Airdrie fans were not happy about it, but I think if you compare the benches this afternoon and you see Skugel there and you see Salmon with 15 goals and the experience of Graham and King and Strachan as well, it is a strong bench.
I 100% agree with that. I think if Airdrie had more of a strong squad, I think the situation would have been reversed and they'd have been above us coming into this end of the season game.
Switched it over to Watson. He's got a little bit of space here. He goes out on the right to McGill. That Taggart this time doesn't give him a moment to skip by him. Throw in just alongside Linesman. Whipped out again. Bergman reads that one well and knocks it forward to McKeever. Doesn't quite stick with McKeever, and I think he's taking a wee bit of a sore one down the. It looks more towards the knee, which I thought it potentially had some studs raked down him, but it's too high for that. And immediately Skugel and Salmon are sent.
Some soft tissue, but look at that. Really innocuous as well. Salmon may be on quickly at this rate, he's warming up.
Yeah, the way that he kind of moved away, it initially looked like it was a kind of impact or a stud. Now you can see him flexing the knee just underneath the knee, and like you say, that's a wee bit more innocuous than a stud. Four substitutes. out warming up. You'd imagine, like you say, Connor Salmon would be the first understudy to McKeever, but it seems to be walking off fairly okay. His eyes are back in the park, so it looks like he's at least going to try, but right.
I'd like to review Taggart this week as well for Airdrie fan, pound for pound the best defender in the league. That's an excellent description of him.
That's a great bit of interchange from Alloa. It might have come off of Coulson's hand, but he isn't going to get the benefit of whatever body part it did come off of. And enjoying a little bit more of the physical side of the game, Scott Taggart, but I think that's probably what makes him the pound for pound the best defender, is he can mix it up whatever type of method of defending, whether it is the Cruyff turns or whether it is the physical battles, which we've seen him with the likes of Callum Morrison and what looks like it's going to be Ellie McGill this afternoon.
Stay, Justin! Stay there!
Ball goes over Taggart, Stanger deals with it and Durnan helps it along. Wilson's flick on's a good one, but it's not quite sticking with McKeever, not just yet. Alloa, I wouldn't say weathering a storm, but definitely still to kind of put their foothold in this game. Airdrie with most of the ball in the opening 10 or so minutes. Knocks it back to Fordyce, switches it over to Neil Sinclair. Come off Doyle, in favour of an Airdrie throw in.
Okay, Johnny, we're organising here.
Alloa battling well, but it's Airdrie that come out on top, and it's a glorious opportunity which Frizzell has cannoned off the bar. He had acres of space in the box, and that left-footed strike left Hogarth helpless. But the bar came to save him.
I don't know if we will get the replay. No. Technical issue. Why is it not replaying automatically? Well, I'll see what's going on with that in a minute. But we're back underway. That is a gaping opportunity again, and I'm really happy that Alloa will be punished for it. The warm-up, I was looking at Airdrie finishing, and pretty much from that same situation, cutting it forward and back. They were excellent. Every ball was going top, back, bottom corner. Certainly a team that's looking confident scoring.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is, isn't it? Like, there's plenty of quality in this team. It's when it's coupled up with the confidence that Airdrie have got, with the 18 goals over the last 3 games. They become dangerous.
But the thing is, that replay, Alloa getting robbed at the back, and it just opens up so many holes at the back. It was Murray Miller originally getting robbed. Just need to be careful on that edge of the box.
Alright, knocks it forward to McKeever. Brilliant flicker from McKeever. Colley fancies it. It's dipping wide of the post, but Alloa log their first real effort of the game.
And it's moments like this that, again, Alloa are perfectly capable of taking. And this is going to be how the game is decided. If we hit Airdrie on the break, the very first game at Airdrie, Ross McKeever charging through on goal 1-on-1, was at 1-0. But I think that would have massively made it a different game. In the end, Airdrie ran out comfortable winners. But obviously, chances like that, I think we're definitely going to be trying to hit Airdrie more on the break, as they want to keep that possession football going.
Vernon filled there and takes the free kick over to his centre half partner in Alloa. Will no doubt just enjoy a feel of the ball for a wee while. Ranger does go long though. McKeever. Strong from McKeever, strong from Colley as well. But too strong, says Barry Cook. Didn't look like the linesman flagged for it, so I wasn't sure if we'd maybe get away with it.
Wake up, Johnny! Johnny, wake up! Increase speed!
Josh Ray up to take the free kick. Well, standing firm so far, winning that one, but it will come back at them. Everyone seems to leave it, maybe anticipating a foul. The ball doesn't want to stay on the deck, that's for sure. That eventually goes out for another throw in. Keever's flick-ons into a decent area, but Colley can't quite latch onto it. It's like a hot potato right now, the ball.
Not a lot of quality happening. I feel like this was maybe something that happened at Peterhead as well. It was just a game of long ball football. Alloa were quite happy to shell it back. Eventually they found their foot in the second half. And you just need to wait until the nerves calm.
As Watson out to McGill, it's taking a decent touch, and that's great combo play from those two. Alloa do intercept though and can look to start a counter-attack of their own through Kevin Colley. Ended down immediately though from Callum Smith. Taggart zings it across the park. It's not a bad ball from Taggart. And Alloa gets onto the all-important second ball, and Alloa win back possession. Wilson on the half turn sees the sea of white shirts and opts to go back, but still we break. Great play from McKeever out onto the left hand side to Taggart. He's just put too much on the pass there to Colley. There's lovely interchange from Alloa, but that final ball in the box.
Been great in their play. This is what you get when Kevin Colley cuts inside, just that intelligence. Picking out the passes, creating the space, and if only Taggart could have matched that, would have been in. Preston on the Airdrie goalkeeper.
Stanger deals with it, wins the throw in as well.
Airdrie unlucky because I don't think either the assistant or the referee could see it, but should have been an Airdrie throw.
Taggart will be the benefit of it with the throw in. Just in front of his manager. It's caught everyone by surprise though, bar Fordyce who hooks it away. That's strong defending from Durnan, and that's the way to deal with the top goal scorer in the league. 19 goals this season for Callum Gallagher. If he can restrict him to the amount of touches he's had in the opening 17 minutes, I think he'll do well.
He's one of those players, isn't he, though? He will just pop up at some point in the game at an awkward moment for a tap-in. It's his greatest ever goal scoring season. First hat-trick as well, I think, in his career.
And probably a goal of the season contender in the last couple of weeks as well, with some outrageous skill. It's one of those ones I bet he's never done that skill move before in his life. And it's an awkward one from Ray, and he's gifted it to Coulson. It's tame from Coulson, and it doesn't quite trickle into the back of the net. Everything seemed to stand still. And Alloa can't take advantage of another moment of madness from the Airdrie number 1.
Yeah, that's 2 now. What a glorious, glorious chance wasted.
It seems to have buoyed the Wasps though. Colley to Donnelly. That's what I was saying last time, we didn't quite directly benefit from the goalkeeper mistakes, but it can give you a lift.
Everyone just clams up in the Airdrie back line, don't they?
Wilson's in behind Taylor Sinclair.
Tell you what, though, he's going to have a point to prove now.
We step over, cuts it back, it's into an excellent area. Taggart into the hands of Ray. It's taken a sweet deflection if you're an Airdrie supporter. A couple of glorious opportunities for Alloa in the last few minutes. Taggart takes a clatter on the head from Miguel. Just be a, don't be so careless, and free kick, nothing more. It's awkward, it looked like it potentially could be a foul, nothing given. Miguel's taking a sore one there. Put in the back of the knee and look at him bum shuffling back to make an interception. It's danger, hands all over Gallagher, and eventually the play does get stopped, and Miguel, if he wishes treatment, will get it. That opportunity for Wilson. Even looked like Ray might have recovered and got back. Just quite direct it and goal. It's on target. I don't think Josh Ray would have been able to do anything about it. Fordyce goes long, Taggart wins it. Second ball goes in Bizzle's favour. Strong defending though from Alloa. Airdrie get it in to Miguel. They'll defend it and stop it from going from a corner for now. But still, ball stays in. Goes in favour of Alloa. Defending there.
Good 5 minutes from the hosts.
Yeah, better.
Finally stepped into the game and started causing some problems in Airdrie's final third.
Yeah, we know Airdrie like to start really strong, so limiting them to no goals and then beginning to impose yourself 15-20 minutes, I'm sure would have been part of the thinking of Brian Rice. Smart play from Coulson. Keever wins the flick on, but Airdrie will somewhat deal with it. Look to come forward. It's a 1-2 there. Bizzle's central, unmarked. It's going to. Well, he might have fancied the long range effort. We know he's capable of it. It's now Watson into the box, cuts it across. Glancing header from Gallagher. Stays in.
Definitely didn't, but you'll take that. Actually, if anything, I think the Airdrie header helped us. Was that Callum Smith?
Gallagher, I think it might have been.
Whoever was behind Gallagher anyway, they had the golden opportunity, and I don't think there was an Alloa defender going to get the big opportunity again.
And then sensibly takes it down, gets it on the deck before we launch it forward to the end. It's good play from McMaster showing for it, opening the play up for his team. Alloa holding their shape well. Ball stands firm. Wins that, but Crawley is caught out there. It's a strong challenge from Kevin Crawley. Not a fair one either. Free kick to the Diamonds. For what it's worth, FC Edinburgh have fallen 1-0 down to Montrose at home in the only goal across the league. So you start to wonder if these are the two teams that might just make it in as everybody else falls off the pace a little bit.
I think it is most people's favourites at this point.
Ball comes in, it's bobbling about, and it's somehow put wide from Airdrie. Another fantastic opportunity. Like a Stramash in the box, and it seemed to just set up perfectly. It was
got their own replay. Yeah, I think that was Gavin McGill. Yeah, this is going to transition in a second, and then I should be able to play the proper replay. Or not. We will get there, Kieran. I don't know what's going on today. Last few weeks, it's just been a joy on the stream with one thing going wrong after another. Yeah, glorious opportunity for Airdrie, 8 yards out. But your form man getting it as Hogarth tests his feet.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of really say form man when all of them are on form.
Here we are.
Yeah, here is this chance for the visitors. It's an awkward ball in that just caused confusion. I really think Gavin McGill is going to put that one on target. Really should do it. Opted to scissor kick it. He probably could have taken a touch and nestled it in the corner. Easier said than done. It's good defending from Doyle. It's a forward to McKeever. Brilliant flick on for McKeever. Coulson does win it. He's got Donnelly on his left. He's done well to find him. The overlap's coming from Taggart. Donnelly waits. It's a bit slack from Donnelly.
You could see him waiting, thinking Taggart was coming with afterburners. Just took too long.
Thought he might have went for an effort himself. Look, Donnelly. Last week his 8th goal of the season, and good goal scoring form himself.
I don't know how many assists he's on, but I have a look at the website for that. He's just a great footballer all round. He's a brilliant player, someone you want to have on the ball in those key moments. Just unfortunate he didn't see the right pass to make the. Normally he's so good at opening up defences.
There's Coulson. Bit of an architect there as well in that move.
It's again just what we've been praising Coulson for, the tenacity. He's quick on the press as well to force the mistake originally.
Burning. It's actually turned out to be a decent ball. I thought it was maybe a bit long, but I can't quite break their way into the box.
Yeah, I think credit to Taggart for that touch there. I don't know if he expected his touch to be that good. Almost opened up perfectly.
Here is Taggart again. He's going to have to cross it with the left foot. Maybe see. This is probably as good as Taggart is. Probably the moments that you miss a Daniel Church on that left-hand side. You know how good his deliveries have been this season.
Okay, Doyle in there, but that's it's over.
Yeah, he's landed right in the top of his head. You see him rubbing it. Michael be okay, but I'm sure that would have been a bit of a clatter.
A wee bit of quality going forward. Fucking on all day. Lazy pass. Thinking, it's a lazy pass. He's fucking.
I think both managers will probably be fairly happy with the opening. Well, we're approaching the 30-minute mark. Well, obviously there'll be moments in the game that they're not too happy about, but both teams are playing okay.
Yeah, and for me as well, I think a draw suits us in the grand scheme of things. I think if we're looking at another, just wait. I'm looking at this in the Queen of the South game, the next home game we've got, and 4 points for the next 2 home games would be excellent. I think it would all but guarantee us being in the playoffs.
Good girl, good girl.
Every moment I'm feared though, because we do have 1 or 2 mistakes in us. You said it to me last week, having seen the Peterhead game, that sort of easy looking back pass we've done, and moments like that can turn a game. Just weren't punished for it.
Yeah, and I suppose when you're playing against bottom of the league, you get away with a couple more things like that. It feels like today everything's on a bit of a knife edge. I know Airdrie have made a few mistakes, but I would imagine not any mistake will go unpunished. As Coulson dances about the edge of the box, he's not going to be able to win anything, I don't think. That goes Ryan Airdrie shy just at that corner. Robertson wins his header, second ball goes for Airdrie, but only as far as Durnan, who again is another one that I don't think you can, it's not coincidental that when he returns to the side the defence becomes a lot more assured.
I think it's just having an established centre-back partnership. Obviously, well, for that, interesting.
I thought it was just kind of smart play from Miller to bring his body into him a wee bit, but maybe led with the arm more prominently than he.
Well, I was going to say that we were kind of struggling with injuries this season, in that we've not had a very consistent run of the same team. I think that was one of the criticisms of Brian Rice, without understanding that, well, listen, they're no fit, they're no ready. And again, just having the unluckiness to have picked up the injuries in the first place has kind of disrupted the team selection. So he was kind of limited in what he could do, but now we're getting to that stage of the season where again it's maybe Bradley Rodden and Gallagher, only 2 missing. Even then, Bradley Rodden might be involved come the end of the season, because he was out running before the game today. So
yeah, and ball work as well, which was quite encouraging. Seemed to get involved in a fair bit of the warm-up. He's onside, and he's so unlike Airdrie. Yeah, it seemed to just open up for him to whip one with the left foot, and like you say, just completely missed the ball.
Master there. Again, another time that Airdrie probably should have pulled the trigger, and they've not tested Hogarth. So again, that's another thing we can say quite happy about, that when Airdrie have been in the positions where they need to show the composure, they've shown themselves lacking so far.
Yeah, 10 clean sheets for the season, not all for Jay Hogarth, but the defence have definitely become a lot more assured, and I think that was a lot of the comments coming into it, that Airdrie have scored 6s and 7s, but not come up against a defence that has been as solid as Brian Rice has meant.
Be a lot of the energy levels of the teams coming into play. Normally, you can always say with Callum Gallagher, he's a complete nuisance. And we know Callum Smith, how much a willing runner he is. Gabby McGill, but more of a poacher, but it's certainly going to be interesting to see. Is, I don't think Salute Kudaraisa gives as much as the other three have given. We miss out on a Lewis Jamieson that they had earlier on in the season who could create.
Yeah, spent the first half of the season on loan at Stranraer, so he's very much not part of the immediate plans. There's Airdrie in another free kick in a similar sort of area.
For all it being the game with all eyes on it today, it's not been too exciting just yet.
No, not yet anyway. Like you say, that Airdrie have been known for their early goals, and not getting them has made it a little bit of a stuffier affair. There definitely should be goals in it. You know, they've had opportunities, both teams, that they'll look back on, and I think they should have done better with. Thinking of McGill in particular. Coulson's a little bit further out, but I'm sure he'll be kicking himself about that one.
It's one of them for Coulson, thinking back to his, it's probably he's got too much time.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse. Sometimes just being forced into an instinctive finish makes him a lot better.
Watson's delivery is right on top of Hogarth. Safe hands from the goalkeeper though. In practice. Durnan will look to bring it out defence. Donnelly. Taggart. Puts it into the middle to Robertson. Guys will look to put the pressure on him, but he's right from Alwa's anchor. It's good play from Alloa. It's McKeever that's collected it wide, and it will go out for a throw in.
Good composure. It's a little triangle. And they're showing that they can mix up just as well as the hosts can. That was probably one of the highlights of the games against Airdrie at Airdrie. How beautiful triangles they managed to open up the space.
Yeah,
They've got space to run in and out.
brilliant from George Stanger. He doesn't even need to foul to win that one back. Great speed. Tackle. Volley shows it down the line to Doyle. He's going to do well to win that one. I think he's just clattered into the back of the free kick is given in favour of the visitors.
I actually don't think there's too much in that one. Doyle very unlucky. It's one of them, the defender puts his body across it. I don't think he does anything too wrong. I mean, the arms are not out. It's just going the long way around and the defender loses his foot. Good to see Doyle though looking for those options going forward. First time we've seen him down the right.
Yeah, in the last home game against Clyde, his deliveries were on point as well, so it's something that's not been utilised too much in this game so far, if at all. Taggart over to that right side is trying to force the cross, but has come in, cleared eventually. Colley bundled down unfairly, says Barry Cook. Free kick, Alloa. A pretty good away crowd from Airdrie. No numbers yet, but from memory of the games this season, it seems to be.
I don't know, the guy in the striped jumper next to the floodlight. That's where's Wally over there or something. That is something else.
It's exceptional here as well.
They're enjoying themselves, obviously. I mean, the amount of goals they've scored in the last few games, they must be turning up to every game thinking we've got to go and blitz the opposition. And that's a kind of, I mean, how fun was watching Alloa under Jack Ross when we were doing the same to everyone. That's what football should be about.
Yeah, they've been involved even when they're getting beat. They don't seem to get beat quietly, or they've been. I don't say that out of bitterness, but the games that they've been involved in, a lot of them have had 5 and 6s, and obviously the 7 victory as well. So I wonder what the pound per goal ratio is for Airdrie supporters this season. Pretty decent. I'm sure Rhys McCabe has welcomed the fact that his team will be able to continue that run of form with him on the dugout as well. We all know how hard it is to balance both being a player and a manager, and McCabe has played 30 games this season for Airdrie, so I'm sure he'll be glad that his team can carry it out without him having to be on the pitch. He's certainly a lot more kitted up than some player managers that come to Alloa. Looks like he's ready to go any minute.
Yeah. He's happy enough. I think a lot of Airdrie fans were speculating that this is too big a game, he wouldn't leave his cell out, but watching so far, it's been nice and evenly matched. A bit of quality. You need a team in the final third. I'll get this excitement in the game underway, because I don't think there'll just be one goal. I think there'll be a few if we do get one.
It's a challenging circumstance for a manager like McCabe. I think I read when McCabe does play, you can see a lot of confusion on the bench and the dugout when substitutes get made between him and Fordyce. Hutton, Prunty I think is involved as well. But there's no doubt if Rhys McCabe wasn't the manager of this team, he would start every week because he's a quality player and clearly still fit enough. It's a pretty wholesale opinion that can't really do both, not at this level, not really at any level to be honest, of semi-professional, professional football. Even when you play Sunday League and you try and roll the subs whilst you're playing, it is hard, so you can only imagine it at this scale.
Get to see a concerted bit of tempo for either team, so I mean, even if he was on the pitch, I'm sure he'd have plenty of time to think about what to change.
It's just trying to balance what do I need in my own role as a centre half in McCabe's case, and then what's every other aspect of the pitch doing, and how can I affect that with changes. You see him berating his goalkeeper there for his distribution, but the ball is hoisted high again, and then brings it down to Coulson. And I'll whack it forward. And switch of play from Coulson. Gives his hands up in apology, but that's not going to cut it for Brian Rice, who's very animated.
Trying Hollywood ball. It almost put us in a really awkward situation when you're playing it behind Doyle like that. That might end up being awkward.
Yeah, Smith over to McGill. He's going to step onto it really well. Taggart stands up, and what a strike from Craig Watson. It bounced up to him in the edge of the box, and he's leathered it into the postage stamp of that goal. And Airdrie take the lead a few minutes before half time.
Enjoying that. That's I've missed it because I've double tapped the replay. Proper one in a sec. Then it'll run out of time. Yeah, again, one of those moments that we're just we make a simple mistake, give the ball away, and maybe a bit more communication between Durnan and Robertson. They've left a gaping hole on that far side of the park. Taggart gets his foot and he can't be faulted, but the one Finlay not quick enough on the second ball, and it's battered into the back of the net for the Airdrie opener.
Yeah, take nothing away from the Craig Watson strike. It's one of those ones that you say it was hit and it stayed hit until it nestled into the top corner, or nearly took the top corner off. It took so sweetly. Like I say, there'll be a few Alloa players that will reflect on that one. Again, it's happened a couple of times this season. Just that goal, just moments before half-time, if you can get it into the break at 0-0, does it change the complexion of the half-time team talk? Instead, find yourself a goal down. However, we do have first corner kick of the game. I've got the stats up in front of me, but I believe it might be.
Airdrie definitely had one.
Yes.
Down that corner.
Yeah, first Alloa corner kick. Kevin Colley is going over to take. It's Colley to deliver. It's quite far back in the box. McKeever, Robertson puts it back into the middle. It's bouncing about the 6-yard box. It's going to fall for Airdrie to hook it clear. It's one of those ones you don't know where it's dropping to. Doyle will look to tackle out, but he's going to have to go back, and Taggart will now go long. McKeever wins his flick on well. Coulson's gambled, cut across, and it will be another corner kick for the Wasps. They've reacted well to going a 1 goal down. Will they be rewarded?
A couple of moments where the pressure has been on, floating about that 6-yard box. Just no one can quite get a finish on it. And even there, Coulson in behind. Just needs to find a better delivery.
Down in, back to Miller, it doesn't quite fall. Free kick for Airdrie. Frustrating. Kind of fizzle out this first half.
Picked up his first professional goal against Clyde 3 weeks ago. Seeing stars again when London's laid that up for him, but just it's just too high for him, and gives away the fill.
Josh Ray launches it forward. His header. Watson returns it. Gallagher. Go through to Hogarth. They go long looking for McKeever. McKeever does win the flick on. Colley. Back to Robertson. He'll bring it down. Good touch there from John Robertson in Alloa. Have one more chance. Approach 46 on the clock. It's a good switch over to Taggart. Ball needs to make its way into the box fairly soon. Play over to Millett. Just got himself caught. The referee has blown for half-time. It's half-time here at the Indodrill Stadium. Alloa Athletic 0, Airdrie 1. It was a game that lacked the quality that we maybe expected, but there was still plenty of chances for both teams, as it was fairly evenly matched, both teams having their own spells in the game. 42 minutes on the clock. After a little bit of a mix-up in Alloa's defending, Craig Watson latched onto it with a thunderous strike into the top corner to put the visitors ahead. It's still on a knife edge though, still all to play for in the second half. It's Alloa 0, Airdrie 1.
St Mirren 3, Livingston 0. Scottish Championship, Cove Rangers 0.
We will leave you with highlights of the first half, hopefully, and be back with coverage of a big 45 by Brian Rice's men. And welcome back to coverage of the second half here at the Indodrill Stadium, where Alloa currently trail a 0 to Airdrie. Doesn't seem to be any changes at the break, so it's as you were, with the Wasps looking to get themselves back into this game.
Don't imagine there will be too long before we see some changes though.
No.
And Salmon looking at McKeever, looking at Schugle. McKeever might be one that will come off if it's we're after.
Yeah, we did talk about the strength of that bench. They didn't seem to be warming up with much intent at half-time, which probably gave us a bit of an indicator that they maybe wouldn't be joining us at the start of the second half. But like I said, I can't imagine we'll wait too much longer if the scoreline does remain the same. Still a fairly even game. I would probably say that they're just slightly shaded it.
Yeah, I mean, I said it in my half-time update that it easily could have been 3-all if either team had taken their chances. Alloa had appeared a good few times. We've just not tested either goalkeeper. I think I'm right in saying that Watson effort is the only shot on target all half.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm testing you here, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously McGill had a glaring opportunity that he somehow put wide, and Coulson put his kind of chance wide as well. And the keeper has been really forced to pull off anything spectacular.
It's a dodgy one from.
Yeah, it's an opportunity, and it's come all the way through to McGill, and that is the first big save.
He guesses he made up for it. He completely fluffed it. Normally he's quite good at these sort of bullet punts forward, but he hit it so flat, gave it straight away. He had one ball over the top, and we were open. And we've made it away somehow from the. Would be I feel like a big deficit to overturn the 2-0 lead for visitors.
Yeah, it would have been a disastrous start to the half had that one gone in, and you could see the frustration from David Hutton in particular on the sideline. I think they know how big an opportunity that was as well. They just need to settle it down, impose themselves on this half. Robertson sees the run of Taggart beautifully outside of the foot, works it over.
This is the problem when you've got that right footer on the left. Everyone has to cut inside to get that kind of delivery.
Donnelly does have the overlap if Taggart uses him. Now it comes in, I think that was actually Robertson that was making the dart down the left hand side, apologies.
At least it's you're getting into a good area. That's the kind of this from as Doyle steals a couple of yards that it's very hard to defend against. Just unfortunate again that it was Doyle coming in. Or the attacking outlet you want to find in the box.
Robertson's balls straight to Donnelly. Looked like he was going to try and get a shot away, it's blocked in the end, and Airdrie clear. Stainjourn works his way over, intercepts it. Will continue the attack for the Wasps. He launches it in, it's not acted it though, and it's plucked out the air by Ray.
After conceding that golden opportunity, it's been a good couple of minutes. Good after the break response. Want to keep that going and keep the pressure up.
Trickles its way through for an Airdrie player to come onto it. Watson intercepts it. We'll get it back off of Smith, and now Watson looks to get the ball into the box. It's not a good one though, and Alloa can't clear their lines though. Like I say, Robertson, a weak header. Smith to evade Doyle, good defending from Doyle. Looking for the option at the throw-in, Ballantyne. Gets it from Smith, puts it into a 6-yard box. It's actually into a really dangerous area, and Hogarth's got a touch on it, so it will be an Airdrie corner.
Very, very awkward delivery, just bouncing in front of the goalkeeper. Don't think it was going on target, but Hogarth had to just make sure.
Corner comes in, it's Donnelly that gets the head away it'll become right back at Alloa, still alive in that penalty box. Hogarth now will claim it. Will we get a quick distribution? Do so. Excellent at that. Colley. Big defending from Ballantyne, but not quite fully. He's come back for more.
Lucky touch.
Yeah, it looked like Colley had maybe beaten him at the second time of asking. He's such a good defender, Cammy Ballantyne. I know there was plenty of debates in terms of who were the best wing backs in the division, and I'm sure Taggart, Milne and Ballantyne were mentioned last season.
Certainly this year though, I mean, his temperament has kind of let him down a few red cards, and those have been the games as well that Airdrie fell apart in, so maybe some vital red cards in there.
Rice not happy about Dumpton. Stanger seeing as long and wild as he did.
I said it already that he did fall into that sort of rhythm of just knocking the ball aimlessly long at Peterhead, and not really done it too much today. Dodgy balls forward, but you don't want to give the ball away cheaply. Know that Airdrie are very good on the ball. You can wait a long time to get it back.
His touch is not the best one, and it's invited Ballantyne on to intercept it. It's a good through ball through, and it's good last ditch defending from Taggart. It looked like Gallagher was just going to shift that over and unleash an effort, but Taggart stood tall. Now Donnelly comes forward, he's got Doyle making the run, Colley shows for support as well. Dilly dallies over it a wee bit too much, but wins the foul.
Moment with Taggart again. Actually, I think it's good forward play as well, but just perfect defending. Waits until the very last moment to get the foot in. That's why we respect him so much as an Alloa player. So consistently frustrating for the opposition.
Stanger, but he's got away with it, and it will go in favour of an Alloa corner. Otherwise, I'm not too sure what we would have benefited off of that pass, but
You get points for this year though.
it'll be Glenn Coulson that will show for it short, and I think it's Kevin Colley that's on it again.
And I keep saying this, but overdue goal from a corner.
Not going to come back
like
to
that.
no. Catch and practice this once again for the goalkeeper, and Harry Cook's penalised.
Stanger, I think it was. It's big of a deal, which I'm surprised at as well. There isn't a lot in that. The goalie's just collected it in front of Stanger, that's all it is. A tiny wee bit of contact. But Stanger did have a couple of words at Barry Cook just minutes earlier, and I just think he's had enough of it. Any excuse to get him in the book.
If it had been something that he'd said, we'll have to zip it.
But that's what I said, I just think he said it 2 minutes ago, and now he's got an excuse to give me a yellow card. No, it's like a wee vendetta.
That was my excuse when he gave me a bad parents' evening when he taught me in school. It's a conspiracy, a vendetta. Colley twists his way into trouble but wins the foul for it. It seemed like the ball was always glued to his feet anyway. Now we'll get the game started again with Taggart into Robertson. Taggart again looking to go long. Accurate though, and now Smith on this left hand side. Colley. It's a good ball out onto the left. Wilson will come onto it flat and will try and work their way forward, but Airdrie kind of stopping them in their tracks from hitting them with any real pace in a counter attack.
Again in there. Dennis comes away with it.
That's a vital interception, and another vital interception from the two centre halves.
That's what you get paid your money for. Again, Al's midfielders just need to be a bit snappier. And again, Kevin Colley just letting it run a bit too far as he tries to find the angle, get it forward.
Yeah, it's been interesting because this formation of a 4 at the back has seemed to have benefited the Alloa midfield and having the options and having dominance in the centre of the park, but doesn't quite seem to be working to the same effect this afternoon. And I just wonder if we will, as we approach the mark, nobody seems to be getting warmed up, but I wonder if Stefan go. Be given the nod. Certainly someone who can unlock defences from midfield. There's Robertson. Across to Doyle. And get the ball into the box. Back to Robertson. Stopped the crosses from the box pretty effectively, Airdrie.
Actually, at this point, I wouldn't mind seeing Strachan come on for somebody like Coulson.
Yeah.
Just so you get that natural delivery on that far side, and that probably should be a free kick. Yeah. Obstructed on that far side. He took a long time, Barry Cook, thinking about it.
But you will be not surprised to see there's two subs, but you will be surprised to hear that it's Connor Salmon and Adam King.
So,
Connor Salmon is not a surprise. I think he's shown how effective he can be off the bench.
I do think Donnelly, I wonder how much of the game he's got in him. Not that I think that he can't contribute anything, but you need willing runners in behind.
Oh, it's good from Coulson. He's nearly caught Ray out, but Ray gets a good hand to it, tips it over the bar.
Unfortunately, I don't know how much you saw that because the camera's too busy all folks. But one of the closest Alloa chances so far. It's tipped over. It's going to be interesting anyway. It's so difficult to pick this Alloa team, and that's what we're saying about the strength of the squad. There's good cases to be made for lots of different changes, you could say. It doesn't really weaken us in any way, bringing on these players. It just gives us 45 minutes or less than that now for energy, fresh legs.
Now back in safe possession with the goalkeeper. Sub still await to come on. It's danger. Clips it into a decent area for Doyle to come on to. Ballantyne, brilliant tackle from Ballantyne. He's done well. Stopped Doyle in his tracks, not something that many can do. With their tails up, a couple of excellent challenges. Hogarth will let that one bounce into his box and collect though. Get the game started pretty immediately. It's danger. Set forward to McKeever. It's over the top of McKeever, but he will win it. Looking for a wee bit of support, gets it from Miller. Didn't quite get it from his wing back. As like say, Watson and Strachan could potentially offer you on that left hand side a little bit further up. I think in a position like that, that would be the obvious option.
It is difficult because, like I say, Strachan's been out for a while. He's not had a lot of football under his belt. We saw in the stand just next to Daniel Churches there. He's obviously got something to shoot with him.
There's a chance though for Doyle to deliver it.
Second attempt, he made it away. Military around that 18-yard box, but just look how deep Airdrie are. They're struggling to get out just now.
See, that's McCabe turning to his bench as well, because Alloa do seem to be camping in the visitors a little bit more than previously. Robertson flicks it into a good area, but just spins away from McKeever. Minutes or so on the clock. It's past 60 minutes. Alloa still wait to get these couple of subs on. Miguel. Frizzell into the box to Watson, and Stanger diverts it onto his own post. Hogarth rooted to the spot, and it's a corner kick for Airdrie, and now we will get Connor Salmon, Stefan Skugel and Adam King on. It's a triple sub from Brian Rice, and off will go Ross McKeever, Quinn Coulson and Murray Miller.
Okay, yeah.
And Strachan. It's 4 subs at one point for Brian Rice. Michael Doyle is the...
So Taggart goes right, Doyle comes off and Strachan goes left. That's sign.
Can you ever remember? I don't think there'll ever have been a time in a competitive game where Alloa will have made 4
subs
changes.
at once. Yeah, exactly. This is definitely a first. Announcer's got his work cut out now. Lovely. Swinging. It's chaos in the battle between Fordyce and Durnan. Durnan does win it, plays the ball out as well.
Organise, Gabby! Organise, Gabby!
The box, Stanger manages to get it away. Fordyce has still got that ball.
The game will calm down, and it'll be an opportunity for Airdrie to make a sub of their own. Lewis McGregor will be joining us, and he'll be coming on for and Charlie Telford. The stadium announcer has definitely got his work cut out.
6 substitutes in a minute.
Gabby McGill. Gavin McGill off for Charlie Telford. I would imagine that will be kind of for Lewis McGregor. Charlie Telford will be coming on for Justin Devaney. And this game on the hour mark has changed pretty considerably.
Yeah, so maybe I would say does that show the Airdrie are wanting to sit in and keep the ball, strengthen that midfield?
Yeah, the Alloa 4 changes as well is meant to change in formation, back to the 3.
Well, that's another interesting one. So Cawley is becoming the wing back.
Yeah, and it looks like a more kind of conventional front two of Donnelly and Salmon.
Number 4, Michael Doyle.
And I've quite enjoyed Salmon coming off the bench. He always seems to have made an impact.
Being replaced by number 16,
I wonder, will he have any impact today?
Salmon, number 12, Stefan Skugel, and number 27, Luke Strachan.
Right, Bill will be here quite a while going through these substitutes.
62nd minute of the match, leaving the field of play, number 17.
Skugel's penalised in his first involvement.
Number 23, Gabby McGill.
I wonder, it's just a total side point, I wonder how long we'll persist with the 5 sub rule, because it doesn't seem to be any reason for it other than COVID, and now teams quite like having big squads and changing dynamics of game, which is what this game has done. Alloa effectively been able to change quite half their team, but need enough.
I think it is a thing that is going to be here for the future, unfortunately, because you know how too many subs, it does break up the game. One of the redeeming factors of it is you can only make stoppages.
Yeah.
Which I don't like too much. But yeah, substitutes can kill the momentum in the game. I think so far we've had a decent end to end. I think Alloa maybe need some of the chances in the second half. There's plenty of pressure as well. So Skugel there running on the fill.
Yeah, and the referee keeps his cards in his pocket. Just frustrating, I think the Alloa team are saying, it was a cynical foul, and then kicking the ball away as well. Probably just not quite cynical enough, or didn't kick it away quite far enough to warrant a yellow card, but It's the little wee tactics that Airdrie will now start to deploy, defending that 1-goal lead. Potentially look to make it 2 here.
Going to break in numbers, but I will say, been caught a few times with at the back. Good for the nursery Strachan.
Missed it. Missed the ball. Missed it, clatters into Skugel, and I think he's knocked in the back of the head as well. Bitty foul. Free up the other half. Alloa, we need to. They're the ones that have got to inject the life back into this game. The bitty fouls and the substitutes breaking up the flow will suit the visitors down to a T. They've got to raise the tempo of this game and find a way back into it.
Keep on one side! Smithy, you're out! You're out! Go, Ivan! Go!
Look to get in behind, but Taggart reads it well, and Hogarth will launch it long. Sinclair wins his header. As does Smith, but he's flipped it on, getting it to the furthest man forward. Mola will launch it forward again. Again, Alloa through it. Possession turns over. Burnman's locked with Callum Gallagher, and it's got everyone a little bit animated.
Who's it for? Your guess as good as me.
It's one of those ones that I think they're both tussled with each other.
Everybody's screaming for something there. Stanger looks like he's playing right back at this point. He's wanting to get forward. He's hungry.
And that's kind of the beauty of the back three. I mean, we saw it with Scotland last week. Kieran Tierney is on paper a centre back, but spends most of it up front. So I think saying you're playing a back five is a little bit misleading at times.
Carvajal for dust.
Into the box, Oxford King, his real first involvement. Intercepted, just ran into trouble there, Adam King. Through in for Alloa. Airdrie dugout. Danger, looking for Salmon. Fordyce wins it well though. Nearly gets a foot in, but Watson is the one that it breaks to. Clip it down the line, Taggart forward. Danger. Over to Coley. Such a, like you say, it's such a deep and fairly tight and well structured Airdrie backline that we're now attempting to break through. Strachan, bad delivery, cleared away.
Ironically with his right foot.
Yeah.
You spend 60 minutes crying out for a left foot delivery and you bring out a left foot and then he uses his right.
Donnelly. Danger. Get ball forward and Airdrie intercept. Interesting that Kevin Colley's the one that's been opted to play that right wing back position over Michael Doyle.
Attacking sense does make sense, and I think too what the manager will be banking on is that intelligence and going forward, creating those silky runs, dragging a player out, making the space.
I'd like to see if Stanger is going to effectively come up and play that right wing back position that allows Colley to maybe drift in centrally. His touch evades him at that point. And Alloa give away the throw in, 20 minutes left of normal time. Still trail a goal to nil. Well, the defenders taking a little bit of space. Gallagher into the box to Smith, shifts it over to his right foot. Good from Skugel, comes out to Ballantyne. It's deflected off his Stanger. Thankfully, not too much though. Hogarth collects.
Barest the touches to Stanger, but that could have. I mean, last time we got lucky hitting the post, that could have went anywhere again.
Taggart. Strachan. This is good from Alloa. Skugel, I think, wanted to maybe go down the line. He eventually does to Strachan. Watson reads it well and he'll knock it off of Strachan for a goal kick for his team. Nice, kind of played all his aces in one go, so it's, I'd imagine it's a set of players that are on task with getting us back into it. But no more further help from the bench, I would imagine. Unless we go proper 2016 style and stick Andy Graham up front.
Yeah. At this point, we are looking for something to break through. It's actually looking like Adria getting a bit of rhythm to the defending. They're closing up the holes nicely, and Alloa just maybe a bit too slow. It's too short.
Skip past Skugel as well. Not enough on that ball there from Stanger. Gives back possession to Airdrie. Robertson gets a foot in, but it's going to fall for Gallagher. Drive forward onto that left wing. Stanger's back. Owen, Airdrie. They'll take their time over this as Ballantyne strolls up to collect. Forward, Marshall wins the header over Skugel Ballantyne. Kicks it back into the corner with Roselle's alive. For Colley, another throw in for Airdrie. A couple of minutes, a couple of seconds.
Time is ticking away. Those seconds are turning into minutes, and just under 17 left now. Seeing Airdrie under pressure.
Yeah, we've not quite seen the fruition of the changes in an attacking sense just yet. Quite hit their rhythm, the likes of Skugel so far. Vicious there to knock it out for another Airdrie win. Roselle up to Ballantyne. Roselle. Weston turning, skips past Colley. Cross comes in. Eventually cleared by Alloa. Right back to that very same corner by Fordyce. To Roselle again, Ballantyne.
Just keeping it in the corner pretty much.
Yeah, and it's another throw in for Airdrie. It's a bit repetitive at the moment. Alloa can't seem to get it out of that corner. Cleared by by Colley for yet another throw-in for Airdrie, and if you're an Airdrie supporter watching this, as maybe unexciting as it is compared to 7-0s and 6-0s, it's very effective in halting any sort of Alloa pressure or threat. Comes into the 6-yard box, it's bobbled up, and it's
I did think it was away before it was cut back. Got the most comfortable for Hogarth in the middle, but leave it.
Strachan launches it forward, it's cleared though by Airdrie, and
I've got to say as well, I think one of the big impacts that we've missed is actually the keeper. We're not getting any flickers from Salmon just now.
no.
Lost that outlet. So we're going to need to get much snappier along the floor. Find the space at the feet. It's going to be the deciding factor here.
Colley. Airdrie are pretty camped in. Donnelly. From Donnelly can Skiggle now spread the play. Wants to go to Taggart. Airdrie forces Alloa back to the goalkeeper. They'll start again. Garth will look. Started once more with Durnan. Clips it forward to Strachan. Better positive ball there. See the manager encouraging him to get it forward. King, let's clip it into that area. It's more a bit of hit and hope that than anything but good from Salmon, battling for it.
It's just unfortunate again. In the looks you've got the break of the ball, we get a foot in and we don't get out for a goal kick. We'll just restart it again. Airdrie are happy with our two banks in front of the defence. Alloa are just a bit too ponderous knocking it about just now.
Yeah, it feels like someone's brought the lines in the pitch, because the ball seems to be coming out for throw-ins and goal kicks a lot more than they have been in recent weeks of the winning run. Skiggle will pick up that loose ball though and will look to drive forward. It should be a free kick. Airdrie fans are not happy, but he did have a pretty good handful of Skiggle. Goes into the book as well, Lewis McGregor. 25 free kick note. It'll be a new man on the delivery with Luke Strachan on for it. Strachan to deliver. Just in line with the centre circle, floats it into Durnan. It's too long low, and Durnan's fucking header will go out for a goal kick. Pressure averted. Now I've got a throw in, but Airdrie will look to make a substitution. Ben Stanway will be coming on. Off will go Adam Frizzell. Definitely a defensive minded change, both midfielders, but both very different types of midfielders. They take the long walk down past their away supporters and take the accolade. a player that's forgotten about amongst the goal scoring exploits of his attackers, but still so effective. Filling that sort of Dylan Easton void.
Every substitution in the 79.
Cameron's header's a decent one this time, but Donnelly can't quite wrap his foot round that one, and Airdrie clear. Gallagher up against Durnan. Another good battle which goes in favour of the Alloa skipper.
Durnan just got the advantage on Gallagher. Second best that he raises his arms, pulls the Alloa captain to the ground.
Yeah, he's marshalled Gallagher really well, Mark Durnan.
I actually think again, obviously it's been a completely different game at Airdrie, but we can again show that we can compete quite happily. Not had the quality up front, bring ourselves back into the game. And, plenty of times in this game we've given the ball away cheaply to go forward. Airdrie not us too many times.
Yeah, as they come forward with Smith on the left, up against Danger. It's a heavy touch and it's out for a goal kick to Alloa. 9 minutes left of normal time. Mulgraf goes short. Defenders will be on the roll of kick-starting this attack. Launched forward to Salmon. Bolly picks up the second ball, lays it off to Donnelly. He'll shift it over to the left-hand side. Strachan. Strachan's delivery is not accurate though. King spreads it out to the other side, and it's a poor ball coupled with a slip from John Robertson. Airdrie back in possession with the throw-in. Wouldn't quite say the substitutes have completely worked.
I think if anything, the substitutes have just done their job.
Yeah.
They've broken up the game, lightened them up, right up the Alloa forward line. It's just not quite worked out today.
It's probably the 4 players that you would have liked to have seen brought on to influence the game, but I think you're quite right in highlighting the Ross McKeever going off has changed the way that we've been able to allow the ball to stick, and we haven't quite yet had a pinpoint delivery that we expected from Strachan as well. Too much football for Luke Strachan in recent months. He takes a bit of a blow there, but Alloa still alive. Can Strachan get a good ball in now with that left foot? It's right on top of Josh Ray. It's comfortable for the goalkeeper. Nice height. Perfect placement. And grasp that. Danger steps out. Should go in favour of Airdrie. Against Danger, Collie coming over to help him. Skugel, good play from Skugel, and you switch it out onto the left hand side to Strachan. He'll cut it back to Taggart, and now Alloa third forward. Taggart goes long looking for Sam, and it's not a ball that he can do very much with.
This breakdown I'm thankful, but we need to be just with the passing. Giving it away too easily with these aimless long balls.
It's just about come off there for Taggart. Still got possession, but They run out of AstroTurf and it goes out for a throw-in.
Asking a lot of Strachan when you pass it to him on the line, player in front of him. It's just a bit too much for him to keep it in the park with that as well.
Down the line, and it's they're just kind of putting it in that area with hope more than knocking it out. They're going to have to stop the game. There's a head knock. Just kind of breaks up the tempo of this game. Not that it had too much, but
Out, isn't it?
less than 5 minutes of normal time left. He is getting to kitchen sink time for Alloa if it isn't already. And they carve open and a couple of opportunities. It's Salmon, knocks it back to King. Taggart gets Strachan in support. King also central. There is Adam King. It's pinned off the hand. No handball given here. Jay win back possession and look to hit the Wasps on the break with Callum Smith. We spoke about the willing runner that he is. He'll now drive forward at the Alloa defence and just like Alloa up the other end runs out of pitch. This half has probably spent more time. We'll spend more time commentating on throw-ins in this half than I've done all season. Taggart. Salmon does win that flick on, but it's to Watson. Robertson has to kill it, bring it down.
Slack again.
Yeah, Ballantyne's on his heels. Oh, and he takes a blow from Durnan. Get a good shake of the hands there, and a yellow card for the Alloa skipper.
Probably a good decision for Durnan.
It's unfortunate this game, which I think has been fairly even, but the only real chance that Alloa look back on with maybe a little bit of frustration is probably that Quinn Coulson one, which is one of those awkward ones that you don't know if it's a full chance or a half chance, but I think they've really tested Josh Ray too much. That would be a point of frustration for the manager.
Valentine starts to. It's a bit early for this code for the corner, but I've just been living in this corner for much of the second half. It's going to continue as well.
Yep, Salim Kudaraiza will come on. Our sponsors, Match Hospitality, whoever it is makes the decision, have decided it's Scott Taggart to be man in the match. Always a safe option. He's been pretty formidable at the back, pretty consistent. The only thing that can lodge at his step is, Brian Rice has spoken about it, is the left-sided players, the left-footed players in the team. Quite his bag. Callum Gallagher goes off for Salim Kudaraiza. Able to win the ball back here. Pollock keeps it in. Stanger punches it off of Ballantyne. It's a goal kick for Alloa. As we tick over into 89 on the clock.
Every substitution in the 88th minute of the match, leaving the field of play number 9, Callum Gallagher, being replaced by number 7, Salim Kudaraiza.
Strachan to Donnelly. It's a back. Delivered in, it's just too long for Scougall. Colley keeps it alive, but it's not hit with the right venom that it needed to be, and it kind of spinned its way into the hands of Ray.
just wonder maybe a week too early for Strachan. That's the kind of deliveries that we're expecting them to put into the box. No one can just get on the end of it. I wonder if Kevin Cully would have tried to take the touch and do something. He's floated it back in and the chance is gone. How many more of them are we going to get?
It's danger. Up to Salmon. Master gets there first though. Breaks though for Alloa. Donnelly. Oh, what a ball from Donnelly. Onto that left hand side. It's another opportunity. Can he get the cross in? Get it to Taggart. And he can put the cross in. It's Adam King. The header's well over the bar.
They try to claim for something in the middle. Again, it's just maybe the wrong side.
It's a wee bit too high.
It's the wrong player to hit in the middle, wasn't it? Unfortunate again.
Perfect area, but that's your luck.
We'll grind this way inevitably towards the end of this match.
On it, but it's broken for Airdrie. Still got another foot on it. Well, this break for Taggart, it does. Can he get it forward to Strachan? Can Alloa carve open another chance in this game? He'll launch it forward to Salmon. It's won well by Ballantyne, only as far as Robertson. They'll eventually do control it with Stanger. He's going to have to put a delivery in. Salmon knocks it to Robertson. Oh, it's not going to fall for Alloa's number 8.
Analysing. Again, just the wrong man to fault it.
And then moves it forward to Strachan as well to keep that in. And get another ball into the box. It's going to be cleared by McMaster. Second ball. A fall for the visitors, and he's right to do that. It's a free kick to Airdrie. It's 92 on the clock. I think Alloa have had their chances.
The goalie's down as well, so we'll just drag it out and drag it out.
Receives a bit of treatment and it's a stoppage time now. Not too many goals across the division. Clyde have held Falkirk at 0-0.
Form really is falling off for the...
Dunfermline 0, Kelty 0, FC Edinburgh 1, Montrose 1. The big winners of the day, if it stays the same, are Airdrie, of course, and Queen of the South have beat Peterhead, which makes next week's game.
Kelly next week, sorry.
Queen of the South next week. Yeah, goodness.
I'm sure it's Kelly, because they'll have one at home, one away, one at home, one away, home.
Queen of South at home and then Kelty away. Yeah.
That's fine then. I'll trust you.
Probably helps. Skiggles hold back. And Master will go into the bit for that. We'll send the big boys up. We'll go for one more kitchen sink. Not sure how many more kitchens Alloa have got left to throw the sink at, but there'll be an opportunity to launch it forward for Scott Taggart. It's well won by Durnan, and it's just... It was exactly what Alloa probably would have hoped for in that opportunity. Durnan winning the header and knocking it into the 6-yard box, but nobody gambling, nobody in the right area. Into the hands of Ray, and he'll bounce it. In the 94th minute. Best of kick out, Strachan will. His header's cleared there by Fordyce. Back into Hogarth, spams. forward, looking for Salmon. He wins it. Shane, and it's fallen in favour of Airdrie, and they'll spin that one out for a throw-in, which will of course be left by Airdrie dugout. 95 approaching on the clock. West didn't quite play that full 5 with the injury to Ray. Goes long, Durnan. Well by Fordyce. It's danger. There by Smith. And here we go, and Airdrie will work their way forward. They might be able to make this victory a little bit sweeter. Looking for options. Into the hands of Hogarth. But that will do for the referee Barry Cook, and it's Airdrie that take all 3 points here at the Indodrill Stadium. It's finished Alloa 0, Airdrie 1. Craig Watson's first half. Postage stamp strike is the difference. Alloa with a late flurry. Pepper in the box, couldn't quite find the back of the net. Airdrie leapfrog Alloa into third. It's still so tight in those race for the playoffs. It's not to be for Alloa. The winning streak's over.